Hello, my name is Reverend Debby Martsolf. I've been the music director and meditation guide at Unity of Fresno for 6 years now, and I am so honored to welcome you to our 15-minute meditation time. I wish you love, I wish you joy, but most of all, I wish you peace. I wish you peace. I wish you peace.
Good morning, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Fresno, also known as Unity Church of Fresno. Today is a very special day, our annual meeting, where we get to hear about what the church has been up to for the last year, vote on accepting new members, and electing new board members, and talking about our goals and dreams going forward. I'm Danny Gonsalves, and I joined the current board in late 2019. I'm currently serving as vice president. And I love being on the board for more reasons than I can even tell you. So I won't.
It's a celebration. Ooh, this is your celebration.
Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Fresno. I'm Reverend Lilly Reed, the spiritual leader here at the center. Welcome to Unity. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we thank God for you. As spiritual leader, I love serving on the board of trustees because we are creating something wonderful. We have a shared vision on the board of trustees about our wonderful spiritual center coming to life. When we can all come together again, we are together in welcoming you to our sanctuary that we've done so much work on, our wonderful Unity Hall that is ready to have events and a beautiful place to welcome everyone. Unity, where all means all. Together, we are creating a place that is full of diversity and joy and love and laughter and learning. And the Board of Trustees and I are absolutely committed to creating a center in a world that works for everyone, where no one is left out. We actually like each other. And so our board meetings are full of visiting and vision. And that's why I really like working with this board. We have made wonderful things happen, and we're all so excited to be able to welcome you back to the sanctuary when that time comes. I'd like to move into a time of prayer. God, through and as Unity Spiritual Center of Fresno welcomes all. The spirit of love and joy fills our hearts, drawing more and more seekers to its place. Our center blooms and grows. We're so grateful for this. And so we just move into prayer, knowing that God is omniscient, knowing that God is always present, knowing that God is always active right here and right now, moving in, through, around, as us. God is all that there is. And those wonderful attributes of God, the light and the life and the peace and the joy and the beauty and the power, the wisdom, the abundance, is who we are. We welcome all at Unity Spiritual Center Fresno. We know that the love and the joy that we feel radiates out into the world as we work together to make the world a better place. I just release this into the law, knowing that it's done and it's done perfectly. In the love of Christ consciousness, I say, thank you, God. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Lilly. For those of you who have your daily word at home, please read along with me. now. I find my power in this very moment. There is power in this very moment. Yesterday is past and tomorrow is not yet here. There is only this moment, ripe with promise and potential, ready for me to live into it fully. Procrastination has no place in my life. Today, I claim the power of the present and say, this is the day I begin. See, now is the acceptable time. See, now is the day of salvation. That's from 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. And that's just a taste of the Daily Word, which is free to read at www.dailyword.com, courtesy of Unity Worldwide Ministries. And now it's time for Unity's 5 principles, the condensed version. 1. God is all good and active in everything and everywhere. 2. I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. 3. I create my experience by what I choose to think, feel, and believe. 4. Through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5. I do and give my best by living the truth I know. Therefore, I make a difference.
This is the year for making changes. This is the year for moving on. This is the year of overcoming. This is the year for growing strong. This is the year for a new way of thinking. This is the year for making plans. This is the year for reaching out, and this is the year for joining hands. Gone are the lonely nights of yearning, gone all the dark and cloudy skies, all the unsteady bridges burning, all of the doubt and all of the lies. This is the chance to recapture the power. This is the time to abandon fear. This is the moment, the finest hour. This is the year, this is the year. This is the year that I put into action all my desires and all of my means. This is the year that I follow my passion. This is the year of my dreams. This is the year I'm letting go of trying to change the ones I love. This is the year I turn it over. This is the year I look above. This is the year that I take my attention, turn it away from distraction and talk. This is the year I take the step, and this is the year I walk the walk. This is the year that I put into action all my desires and all of my means. This is the year that I follow my passion. This is the year of my dreams. This is the year I make it happen. This is the year I follow through. This is the year I move ahead on all of the things I want to do. This is the chance to renew my commitment. This is the time to be conscious and clear. This is the moment of living fully. This is the year, this is the year. This is the year, this is the year. This is the year, this is the year.
Hi, I'm Andrea Robinson, and I'm here to talk about 3 things during this annual meeting. Number 1, what is unity? Number 2, what it's like to live with astigmatism? And number 3, what creates community? What binds us together as a group? I want to talk about these things because they're the most important things. First of all, unity is a spiritual path. It's considered to be a positive, practical approach to spiritual living. Now, positive, we understand. It's looking at the bright side, it's finding the good in everybody, and it's building a positive experience. It's saying that if I focus more on what I want rather than what I don't want, I'm more likely to be able to build what I want, not only in my life, but in all the lives that I influence, people that I'm around, groups that I'm in. So positivity is a very important part of spiritual living. Number 2, spiritual living that is practical. How does that work exactly? Like, what's actually practical about it? I do have a couple of examples, and I want to share my second point, which is what it's like to live with astigmatism. Because I believe that the practical part of being in a community like Unity is to create unity, not just with the Almighty, all that is, God, the One, or higher power, or source. It's more about the practical side. How do we get along with each other? See, we wouldn't have a lot of the problems that we have if it wasn't for other people. You know, it isn't really Mother Nature that's causing all of our problems. It's running into people we disagree with. It's hating on people. It's people taking their revenge on you because they don't like you. It's all those little things like the Gossip Girls kind of thing. So in a very practical way, Unity Worldwide has created classes and experiences and offered counselors to people to help us get along as a community. I was told by Reverend Sloan, who is our mentor when we first started our board, that great things come out of a big church because they have a lot of activity, and if they don't like somebody, they can separate away from them and hang out with people that they like. But in a smaller church, if you don't like somebody that's in the church or you have a really big disagreement with them, it's really quite easy to split up into niches and stop communicating and then backbiting each other or talking behind your back to somebody and saying, oh, well, they did this and they did that and I don't like it, and I'm the victim and they're the perpetrator. All this stuff going on is just counterproductive, and what it does is it exaggerates the amount of time that it would normally take to solve problems. If we could communicate and find out what each other needs, then we could solve the needs a lot faster. So I think that is the practical side of Unity. That's really what attracts me to Unity. I love the idea of getting together with people and figuring stuff out. I also like the idea that we like science in Unity. We're totally okay with it. There's no problem being religious and also being scientific. In fact, I think that the scientific method is one of the greatest gifts that God gave us. So there is that. Now, what creates community? I'm going to tell you what it's like to live with astigmatism. I was walking down the stairs in my house the other day and I saw something on the landing. It was a little copper-colored thing. Now, I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't really tell what it was. And I was like, oh, wow, maybe it's a penny. I'm going to pick that up. But actually, it wasn't a penny. Because I had my glasses off, my astigmatism was at work. It wasn't a round object. It was an oblong object. It was just a little leaf, a copper-colored leaf that one of the dogs dropped in, or me, to be honest. See, astigmatism makes you see things the way you see it from your point of view. And all of us have had life experiences that have damaged us, and we've also had life experience that has enhanced us. But what we need to remember is whenever we're judging another person, what we're really doing is looking through our lens and the way our lens is shaped. In my case, the lens or the cornea in my eye is not really shaped perfectly round. So when I look at an oblong object, it might look round to me. That's why I have glasses. Unity is like that pair of glasses that you put on every day so that you can see clearly. And what I'm asking you to do is just give people the benefit of the doubt. Just remember, whatever opinion people have or whatever behavior they have, maybe they're rude, maybe they're obnoxious, maybe they dress crappy, whatever. Just give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't know what went into that person's life experience that caused them to be who they are, how they're showing up in the world. Maybe you don't like the way they're showing up in the world because they're a little different. Diversity is a big part of unity, which just helps us round out our flat spots. Help us look at each other as a whole being rather than just that shape that we see. Understanding that we're looking at them through our lens. Basically, what creates community is that ability to build bridges. And our experiences have caused us over the last year to build many bridges. We bought a building, for example. We had to sit down together and nail down some very specific details. We had to go to a lot of work. Berlene Kreider was the treasurer at that time, and she got all kinds of quotes for different jobs that we knew we were going to have to do. We had to argue about price. We had to go back and forth. At one time, we overrode the opinion of the real estate agent and demanded to lower the price. And he said they'll laugh and walk away from you, but they accepted our price. So by working together as a team, we learned how to bridge the differences, the wide variety of opinions that we had on the board at that time. And we did listen to the congregation. We did take a vote. The congregation did authorize us to do this purchase. The congregation spoke loudly and clearly to go ahead and purchase this property or a property. And we are so grateful that we were able to deliver that for you. Because when you speak, we want to be there for you. We want to listen to you. We think that you are valuable and that you have gifts to bring to the world. If we can help you get to that place where you can bring more of your gifts, we will all benefit. Not just in our community, but in our community at large. Not just the community at large, but in our state, our nation, our world. So let's work together and build those bridges. By the way, one part I want to point out in the negotiation process, we had gotten an acceptance. All we had to do was talk about like a measly $3,000. When you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes you can get hung up on a couple of thousand. But we had already brought the price down by tens of thousands. So we were very divided. Everybody who originally wanted to buy the building now didn't want it. Everybody who originally didn't want to buy the building now wanted to buy it. And in the midst of this conflict, Lilly had an excellent suggestion. She said, I need a few days to pray on this. And I thought, what a fantastic bridge to go from conflict, anxiety, not knowing, into knowing, into believing, into understanding. Take those few days to meditate. And if you have a problem in your life that maybe it's with another person, maybe it's with your own goals in life, take that time. Meditate. Think about it. Play miniature golf. Do whatever you have to do so that your brain relaxes a little bit, and then the subconscious mind begins to tell you, actually, this is what you need. Here's what you want. Here's another conflicting thing that you want. What is it that you need really? When you boil your life down that way, and when you take the time to think, pray, and meditate, you will find your needs. As you fulfill your needs, you free yourself up, you show up better, and you are in a better position to share those gifts with the world. And we need those gifts from you. Now, in summary, I would say that the state of the church is good. We have gone through a lot of changes this year, not just the buying of the property, but also trying to maintain it. We abated the asbestos in the floor. We put in a new floor treatment. We went through a lot of challenges. We even got robbed, and it was amazing how everyone just said, okay, this happened, now what do we do? Nobody cried, nobody whined, nobody said that they wanted to quit, which really shocked me in a terrific way, because I knew that all this exercise in building bridges had paid off. I am so deeply grateful to the people who have served on the board since I was elected in 2019. It is my life's privilege to work with a group such as this and to know that we have the potential to have a huge impact, that by bringing our gifts to the world and sharing them with this congregation, we will actually make a safe place, a safe path for people to also know who they really are and share their gifts. You see, we believe that Spirit or God brings us to this planet for a reason. It may just be to have a good time. Your reason is none of my business. I can't judge your reason. But I do know that when you do what you're supposed to be doing, not what somebody else tells you to do, but what internally you know you're supposed to do, there's no better feeling. When you're helping another person, to me, there's no better feeling on earth, especially when you're helping them fulfill their needs. And when people come here to fulfill their needs, we want to be there. We want to be there for you. There's a couple of conditions, though, on our good state of the church. Number one, let's forgive ourselves. Debbie has a beautiful song, I Forgive Me. She performs this song, and there's nothing like it. When you can just understand that you're human too. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have flaws. Maybe you're seeing yourself through a lens of astigmatism. Maybe you don't realize what a great person you are, but you will in time. You'll relax. Eventually it'll start hitting you. You know what? I'm really not a bad person. I may have done things that maybe I shouldn't have done, but that's okay. I'm over it. I'm moving forward. I am now in a position to share my gifts with the planet. Recognize your own lens. Recognize that you are conditioned and that the way you see things might not be exactly the way they are. Be open to new ideas and show up to life's events. Show up. How do you want to show up? Do you want to show up with your best self? It's okay to show up with a needy self when you have needs. And it's okay to show up with a giving self when you have something to give. But however you show up, start thinking about how do you want to show up? It's not about what I want for you. It's about what you want for yourself. Whether it's this church, another church, or no church, I support you in whatever you decide. I am grateful to be here. I'm grateful for all the challenges. I'm grateful for all the victories. I'm grateful for all the people. I think we've had a wonderful time. So I'm going to tell you, just show up. Namaste.
I wish you love, I wish you joy, but most of all, I wish you peace. I wish you peace. I wish you peace.
I'm Kelly LongChaidez, and I was elected to the board for my first term in 2019. I can't believe that 3 years have gone by, and I really enjoy serving on the board. Previously, the last term, I was the vice president, and now I'm moving into the position of treasurer. The announcements that I'm going to be reading are: our Earth Care tip for this week is to go to www.unityworldwideministries.org/earthcare. Now that's www.unityworldwideministries.org/earthcare. Let's take care of Mother Earth together. Secondly, miss your Valentine because of the pandemic? Well, we're going to have a Valentine's heart exchange this year, and it's all very safe because it's all done remotely. Each official church member will get a randomly selected number that correlates with another church member. Your job is to send a heart to that other member through the U.S. mail. Snail mail. Can you believe we actually have snail mail? It could be a paper heart, a picture of a heart, whatever. Confetti heart. Now remember, you'll also be getting a heart in return, and it won't necessarily be from that same person. Please prepare these hearts in sanitary conditions and use due diligence in opening the mail. Like, don't lick the envelope when you're closing it. If you want to play, all you have to do is submit an application for membership or send in your renewal. This is a perfect time for you to renew your membership in Unity Church of Fresno. We love all of you. The Association for Global New Thought is sponsoring a 10-day event called the Gandhi King Season for Nonviolence 2021. They're offering 64 practices you can do to create a more nonviolent and cooperative world, a world we all want to live in. Go to www.agnt.today. That's www.agnt.today. Or just Google Gandhi King Season for Nonviolence. Gandhi, Gandhi, King Season for Nonviolence. That's a long one. Whew. Don't forget, we also teach classes in nonviolence at Unity. Now is the time to really step it up for nonviolence. Finally, now let's recite our offering blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I circulate, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, and so it is. The best way to send your offering is to send it via PayPal at unityfresnoofferings@gmail.com. Let me go through that again. Your donations into Unity Church of Fresno can be done digitally to PayPal, a wonderful way to get your donation in. And you go to PayPal, then Unity Fresno Offerings, all one word, @gmail.com. Or you can mail your offering to Unity Church of Fresno, 723 West Clinton, Fresno, California, 93705. That's Unity Church of Fresno, 723 West Clinton, Fresno, California, 93705. Whew, that's a lot to know. The Unity Worldwide Ministries, the Nonviolence, and the PayPal. If you need more, just contact us via our website. Thank you.
Tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now is the time for me to let go of the shame, the past behind me. I see anew. Yes, I'm ready for my change. Now I'm ready for my change. Forgive me. Forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready for my change. I'm tired of the doubt that brings me fear. Now is the time for me to trust in what's here, the past behind me. I see a new, yes, I'm ready for my change. Now I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. Forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for a change. Yes, I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. Yes, I'm ready for a change. Yes, I'm ready for my change.
We're so grateful for every single gift that we receive. We've been receiving it through snail mail, and we've been receiving it through PayPal, and you have all been so generous. And so this blessing for our offering for today, I'm so grateful for. So very grateful for each and every blessing, money, tithe, all of the generous giving that happens right here and right now to help support this spiritual home. I'm so grateful for it. And I say thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Aho. Ashe.
Thank you, Lily. This concludes the service. God bless you all. I'm going to hereby call the annual meeting to order right now. I don't have a gavel, so, what else? Lily and I will be available to answer your comments, by the way, especially during and after the service. So hang out. Give us some input if you want to. Now, right now, I want you to get your ballots out. They look like this. And you got them either in the snail mail or you got them via email if you're a member. If you didn't get it, please call me because I can get one to you. My phone number is 559-675-8005. And I do want you to get those because we need all of you guys to vote. And we do need a quorum of our members to pass anything. All right? Thank you. And you have to call in your vote by February the 7th. And be nice when you call in your vote to the people's homes. Please remember, don't call before 7 or 8 in the morning and don't call after 8 p.m. If they're not home, it's okay to leave a message, but watch it on the hours, okay? And this is all Pacific time. Okay, the first order of business in our annual meeting today is to listen to the reading of the minutes. So, Terrana, please go for it.
Hi, my name is Terrana, and I am the secretary of the board at Unity Church of Fresno. And I started being a board member about 2 years ago, and I love it. It is so unbelievably rewarding. Today, I'm going to be reading the minutes from our annual meeting a year ago, and so much has happened. So I start out, and the board members that were present at the meeting were Andrea Robinson, Kelly LongChaidez, myself, Robin Irvin, Eddie Brown, Danny Gonsalves, and Reverend Lilly Reed. And others present were all the congregants of Unity Church that were there that day. Meeting brought to order by Andrea Robinson at 12:07 p.m. Opening prayer by Reverend Lilly Reed. I read the minutes from the last annual meeting. Danny Gonsalves moved to accept the minutes. Eddie Brown seconded. Motion carried. Membership renewals. Kelly LongChaidez passed out membership renewal forms to members to complete and turn in to her today. Unfinished business. The State of the Church address will be sent to Unity Worldwide Ministries along with the 2019 ministry report. New business. Items to be voted on today. Only members can vote. Robin Irvin was appointed to the Board of Trustees to fill a vacancy left by Rachel Bowman and has served as treasurer since that time. Robin is terming out today per our Unity Church of Fresno bylaws. Nominating member Jeannie Wilson will now announce any individuals who are running for the board. Nominee made a brief statement about her qualifications to serve on the board, and that person was Berlin. This property, 723 West Clinton Avenue, Fresno, California, has been listed for sale. The board property search team is now considering various alternatives. 1. Moving to a new property and buying, leasing, or renting. 2. Staying at this property and buying, leasing, or renting. 3. We have retained a very skilled and experienced real estate agent specializing in the acquisition and sale of churches, Ken Neufeld. He will examine this property and all the others that we're considering. 4. The members will vote yes or no on authorizing the board to make offers to buy or lease on behalf of the church. The nature of real estate calls for quick action when suitable properties are found. While we customarily announce a formal town hall vote weeks ahead of major decisions, that kind of lead time could make us miss our best opportunities. This vote would help the property team move quickly if needed. They will also be very transparent and will give the congregation all the details about properties under consideration, most likely posting pictures and specs on the back wall. Discussion and questions. Members expressed their good feelings about finding a new church home. Some questions were raised and answered by the board, weighing how exactly the board would communicate their findings to the congregation. A new member expressed feelings about keeping the faith, raised this search, especially about finances. She reminded us that everything is always there. We don't have to make do. The importance of staying God-centered was expressed. Jeannie Wilson shared her experiences with her husband and she owning a small church and how renters do come and go quite often when your church is a landlord. We were told that Mount Olive Church was interested in buying the Clinton Street property and would like us to remain as tenants. Kelly passed out the ballots to members, asking them to please remain silent during the vote. Andrea, our board president, thanked everyone for voting. While our ballot counters were tabulating the results, we conducted an informal Unity of Fresno jobs fair. We were told to look at the slip of paper you drew in church and see what volunteer job you got. If you hate your job and want to trade jobs with another volunteer, now's your chance. This went quite well. Everyone stayed positive and helpful. Most people decided to keep the job they had drawn. We gave a list of the jobs we had drawn to the appropriate board member. Kelly presented the results of the votes. Results of candidate Berlene Kreider becoming a new board member, elected as a new board member. Result of authorization of board to make real estate offers. Yes to authorizing the board to do this. It was briefly discussed how much we haven't been able to grow here as much as we wanted to due to a number of circumstances. The main reason was that the promise of a 24-hour use of this facility was not kept. Number 9, honks. This congregation has weathered a stressful move and made a wonderful leap of faith. We have found peace and discovered a new mission and renewed sense of identity. We've stopped the unaccounted expenditure of money and have identified fun, tried and true, and innovative fundraisers to start building up our coffers and spirits. We have flocked together. Our next annual meeting will be on Sunday, January 31st, 2021, wherever we happen to be at that time. Meeting adjournment. Kelly moved to adjourn. Danny seconded. Motion carried. The meeting was adjourned by Andrea Robinson at 12:45 p.m. Minutes taken by Lynn Terrana. That's it.
Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that. All in favor of accepting the minutes as written, please vote yes. You have to call in your vote. If opposed, please call in a no vote. If you have corrections, please vote yes with corrections. And tell us what the corrections are, okay? That would help. Unfinished business. We still have a property to upgrade, improve, and secure. We've done an amazing job so far. The board's been very cooperative, as have all the congregants. We're doing an amazing job, and we can't wait to show it off. We have been using our current mission statement for about a year now. It's a working statement that we are still working on and will continue to do so. Let me read it to you real quick. Our mission is to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. Now, you've heard that. If you have ideas or suggestions, I invite you to join the conversation. We'll be looking at all the comments and answering them after this meeting is over, okay? We also are continuing our efforts to build peace in the world. This is a big part of my mission, and I think it does fit into the church's mission. We've been doing Codependent No More classes that are currently Wednesday night. We also have concluded the NVC workshops, Nonviolent Communication. Also, Unity Worldwide offers classes through the Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute. The best one, I think, to start with is Dance of Triangles. It is an eye-opener, a huge benefit for anyone that joins. Okay, on to new business. This is Black History Month, so please join us in celebrating our chocolate-colored friends and neighbors and brothers and sisters. I think we should make it a great thing like we did last year. We had a lot of posters up. We had the play going on. I'm thinking that we can do the play again this year because the stay-at-home order was just lifted. So we want to have our services outside. We want to be able to hang out. And if not, let's start thinking of other things that we can do to celebrate the Black history and the contributions that our Black citizens have made to this country. So if you have ideas, please put them in the comments and let us know, all right? Sadly, Myrtle Mestoris passed away. She was the Golden Goose recipient award winner for Chief Cook and Bottle Washer. Her sister Florence used to go to this church, no longer does due to health reasons. And there are other family that our hearts go out to. There will be a memorial, but we don't know when due to the pandemic. Elections. Now this is the most important part. So now you've got your ballot out, and we consider people running for the board, and actually all the people who vote, who are official church members, to be a part of the management team. If you care enough to join this church, you're a voting governing member. So you are part owner in the church. Just vote simple yes or no to all of these. And let me talk about the candidates real quick. Pull out your ballots. Okay, the first, for new members, the first applicant is Robert Llewellyn. He is a volunteer. He's done a lot of work around the property, also just a general friendly face, and has attended some of the board meetings as a guest. Another applicant, Martha Coder. She is a reverend. She has spoken here several times and does our Facebook page and our Instagram. So she's been a big help and a ready volunteer. Very supportive human being. So I don't want to tell you how to vote, but you got to vote yes or no for them to be new members. All right. Next issue, voting for new or returning board members. Board, if you're on the board of trustees, you get a 3-year term. After that term is over, you can run for a second term. After that, you have to take a break. You can't be on the board forever. We have 2 people running for board. One is a returning board member, Kelly LongChaidez. She's already served her first term, and this is for her second term. And the second one is newcomer Robert Llewellyn. Although he's just now applying for membership, he's been very involved with the board on many levels, mainly with the physical caretaking of the property. So please vote yes and no on all of those, and then call in your votes. And see your ballot for the voting instructions. I'm not going to give out the people's phone number on the internet, but I'll give out mine. It's 559-675-8005 if you did not get your ballot. Call me if you have any trouble, okay? All right. Basically, we do appreciate all the people who are running for either membership or for the board. We look forward to their continued spiritual and personal growth. All right, I hereby adjourn this meeting. Let's celebrate with Debby Martsolf and some more music. All right, and I'll see you in the comment section. Bye.
It's a celebration. This is your celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on, let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on, let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world. Come on. Ooh, it's a celebration. Ooh, this is a celebration. Celebrate good time. Come on, let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, my joyous vow. I take this moment and live this moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me. I wish you love, I wish you joy, but most of all